How would it feel to have a thriving fitness business and have the freedom to enjoy life at the fullest? Well, that is exactly what the Trainer Revenue Multiplier show is going to give you. My name is Mathew Park. This is Jaime Filer.
Hey guys.
And we are here to serve.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Trainer Revenue Multiplier podcast. As always, I am your host, Jaime Filer, and I am joined today by a powerhouse, Deirdre Slattery, coming to you. Remind me again where you live, because it's exotic and it's fun.
Okay, I live between two places. I'll call them both fun. One is more glamorous. So I live in Stratford, Ontario in Canada. Okay. Hometown, and I am an official snowbird. I live at least half my time in the Dominican Republic.
Okay, amazing.
Super fun beach town.
I love it. I love it. All right, so let's talk about you. You're the owner of Deirdre's Fitness, powerhouse in the industry for literal decades. Can you share your background about how you got started in the fitness industry?
Okay, this takes us back. So I will start the beginnings, my humble beginnings. I was a personal trainer while I was in university. So I was a coach as a teenager. I was a referee as a teenager. So sports coaching. I was actually thinking about this morning. It's always been there, and full circle. So then diving into that that was a side part-time job, summer gig. And throughout my university, I did it a little, like weaving in and out.
Yeah.
And coming back to it, I came back to it as a personal trainer where I started. But now through especially the last few months, owning that it's a coaching business and separating from being a personal trainer to a coach has been huge.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So how has your target audience shifted? And what specific needs do you address in your coaching business?
Yeah, I feel when you start, you are open, you let everyone know you're open for business, or they find you and you haven't niched down. You haven't figured out what it is you're doing. You want to help people. And I think most personal trainers are good at working out. We understand it. So the physical aspect. And then all of a sudden you fall into this role of being a trainer.
Yeah.
Then learning who your people are and who you are for your people, I think is the differentiating.
Oh, that's
piece.
Totally.
So yes, my target market has changed as I've changed and I've evolved. So as I move through my stages, all I needed at one time was someone to show me how to work out. Check the boxes. Now I need someone to help me through life and lifestyle and habits and manage all the juggling. So definitely I've tailored my business to work with really busy female entrepreneurs who are trying to do it all. And then we play with the idea of balance and that unique sweet spot for everyone is a little different, but balancing coaching into their lives so that they hit their fitness and their nutrition and all the things.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So because you are someone who has done it, right? You've been where your clients are. What would you say is kind of like, what is your mindset for managing your family and your career? How do you balance it?
I like to stick with putting yourself on the list. So if I was notorious for writing long, lengthy lists at night, and especially as a new mom, but I didn't see myself on the list. It was everything I had to do.
Okay.
So the have tos, but where are the want tos? And we need to do the have tos. So for myself, definitely balancing, filling our own cup. So not only do we need to make the list, but we need to be at the top of the list.
Yeah.
We put ourselves at the top of the list and we pour into ourselves, then we are showing up better for the different aspects of our lives.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is there a mantra or an affirmation or something you use to ground you when things get a little bit chaotic?
I think I'd run through some different, I have a strong belief in that I'm being taken care of.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that.
And it's visualization as much as it's a mantra, and just understanding that we are supported. And sometimes we don't know the direct link to that support, but extending ourselves in knowing that the universe has our back. I'm really into believing that and sharing it with my clients. And that's the role as a coach, is that we are that extra layer of support.
Yeah.
And that we don't have to do it all alone.
I love that. Oh, I love that. So again, going back to this idea, because I don't want to say it's rare, but it's not particularly common to see a coach that's, again, maybe 2, 5, 10 years ahead of where their target audience is. And you are that for your people. You're a light, you're a beacon. What are the 2 most commonly asked questions your clients or your prospects ask you about your journey?
I think people just, I don't know if they ask so much a question as, I think it's bringing it down and bringing the barrier down.
Yeah.
And making it achievable and doable. So they think that maybe it's easy for me.
Okay.
Or others that appear to have it sorted out. Like, how do you do it? Or it must be so easy for you. And it's important to bring down that factor that we all have choices and we learn to manage them, but that motivation is not there for all of us. So I think it's really important for people to realize that it's just as much work for anyone, whether you're at the beginning, in the middle. There's really not an end to this either. I always say, guess what? I do kind of say, I'm going to give you the ending of this story. There is really no ending, and there's no finish line. So you will continue to need to do the work, and it will change as you go through the stages.
I love that. I love that. Amazing. Okay. So you joined TRM.
Yes.
You completely blew up. What would you say the biggest difference has been for you? What changes or growth have you experienced in your business since January?
Ooh, I love the accountability which is, I was thinking about this again before we got on today, the mirror of being a coach and now in a specialized group with coaches that is so, again, niche down. So the biggest change for me is that I feel everything that we go through is so applicable and direct to what I need. And I've been in a lot of courses, coaching, and they all have gotten me to this point and have helped. But this was the piece that helped me break down what I really was missing. And it's like having the workout plan. It's like having the nutrition plan. So the biggest change is making the systems happen and making things a little bit more concrete inside my business. I still like to tailor things for people, but having systems that TRM's helping me and pointing out where my weaknesses are and helping me strengthen them.
I think that's amazing. What's the best piece of business advice you've been given thus far, and how has it shaped your journey?
Ooh. Something that sticks with me that I'm really working towards is the mastery. And partly from you, where you're like every niche down propelled your business, but being a master in a specific area. So instead of trying to do it all, so again, who am I targeting to? Instead of targeting to everyone, which is nearly impossible, we can't be for everyone. We are a menu for everyone. It's confusing. So trying to work that down, and that's been huge. And facing, like, you're really good at this, is like helping us face what are the barriers in our business. And a lot of the time it's not just systems, but our own habits that we need to reshape and reshift.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. So in addition to TRM, I mean, and other mentorships, you're a perpetual student of the game, always learning, always wanting to grow. What books or podcasts or seminars are part of, I don't want to say like daily consumption, but like what influences you, whether, again, books, podcasts, influencers? Where do you get your information from?
Atomic Habits is huge. And another book that I would recommend is Spark. So Atomic Habits and Spark, again, taking our human nature and then working with how do we overcome? So procrastination exists for majority of people, and I feel learning different techniques to work through that and debunk that. Bob Proctor, I like a lot.
Yep.
And the universal laws, those are key. And just again, always reaching in. I just think that, and that changes as we move through. So the universe keeps delivering what we need at the time.
Isn't that crazy how that works? So Dee, my follow-up question to that is, I mean, Atomic Habits and Bob Proctor are great for time and energy management. What is your strategy that people can implement to balance life as a mom, life as a business owner, and then obviously, like you said, putting yourself on the list?
Well, I really focus on stacking. So it's like, again, that long list is too much and it's daunting, it's overwhelming, but breaking it down. So with my clients, we focus specifically on one habit at a time. When that habit is mastered, so we might start in the kitchen, we might start on the workouts, we might start on walking, we might start on water, we might start on eating breakfast, but breaking it down into one and having that tracked. And what is tracked can be measured. And when we see those numbers going up, it's also motivating and inspiring. So looking at the calendar and seeing the wins and stacking the wins on top of the wins. So starting the day with a win.
Yep.
Implementing that. If it's the walk, the water, the breakfast, there's usually something to start the day. And then that triggers the next, and that associates to the next. So we make one healthy decision, then we layer that to the next, and starting on the right foot. And I also, every day is a new day. So instead of lamenting about what happened yesterday, new day, we start over. So guilt, shame, ditch it and start fresh.
Brilliant. I love it. I love it. Let's talk about past you, because I think that's an awesome segue, right? Like, let's not lament the past. Absolutely, right? There's, the cliche, there's a reason the rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield, right? We shouldn't really be looking back. But if you were to give advice to your younger self, not saying we have to change anything, but if you had to give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Oh, I've actually written a post about this, and I would go back, and it's almost every decade. You look back.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And what would be amazing is it's just hitting me now. So in my 50s, but when I hit 40, I thought, would I tell my 30-year-old self? At 30, would I tell my 20-year-old self? And now if I went back and I were to tell my 20-something self, everything is great. Like we will never be younger than we are at this moment. Enjoy the moment. So I believe we spend so much time in our heads, so worrying about what could have been, what should be, versus being in the moment. And I think I would, go back and say, just relax. It's all working out. And it goes back to building that faith and the belief. And I think moving through the stages and the ages, it's starting to become even more clear to be in the moment. And that's something that we can tell people, like, leave the dishes, go do the thing. Right. Leave that, go do the thing. And whatever that thing is that drives you and lights you up is what I would say.
That's amazing.
And until you can get to the passion job that really drives you, yes, we have to do things in the interim, but follow what drives you and follow your passions and not put yourself in a box. So go for what you're really dreaming about and ignore the no's.
So let's talk about following your passions and your dreams and your goals. Where do you see yourself and your business in 3 years from now?
Okay. This, again, TRM's been amazing for lifting a little bit. I don't want to be in a ceiling, but when we're in the entrepreneur mind, we're doing. And one thing I've been working on, and I'm still working on, it's a work in progress, is working on the business, not in the business.
Hell yeah.
So allowing myself again to dream and hitting markers, seeing things click allows to see the light. It's like, oh, there's a light there, and move through the paces to get to that place that I would love to share what I'm learning and what I've gone through all these years with the trainers on my team or helping other trainers build their own business.
Yeah.
That's down the road. Just having greater impact and helping more people.
Yeah.
And what looks like is doable and easy for you and I, make that more doable and easy for more people.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, maybe we'll see you on the TRM team in a little bit. Who knows?
Who knows? I put it on a list. You never know.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm curious. What movie or documentary or book has had an impact on you recently?
That one is a tough one. I'm giving myself, I'm so focused on, I'm in school. So I'm in study land, business land.
Fair enough.
And I haven't been in documentary movie land except for,
that's fair.
Right?
Okay.
I'm like a TV. I should turn that on. I have a goal. That's a goal, is to build more leisure.
That time to your day.
Yes. Now, if my daughter rolls in, I always jump into whatever she's watching that maybe is not life-changing. But what I do like about it is laughing. Like, I think I'm drawn to things that just are funny and light.
Sure.
And a break from things. Yes, impacted have come back from a documentary.
Okay.
I have things on the list that I'd like to watch, but not yet.
Amazing.
Yes.
If you had any superpower in the world, Dee, what would it be?
Ooh, that I could pull in and have?
Yeah.
Ooh, what would that be? I want to fly so I can go somewhere quickly. My superpower. And you're like, oh, I'd like to be here, transporting. But underneath that is travel. Underneath, so being in places, underneath the desire to fly, like I would like my superpower would be like, if I want to be in two places all the time, that looks amazing. I want to hop over the sea and be with you and do those things.
I love it. That's beautiful. So where I want to finish is you were rocking your plaque.
Yes.
The other day. The last photo we posted. What was the meaning or significance behind the plaque for you? Like what does it represent?
Okay. I believe that in this industry, a lot of the programs I've been in have tailored or geared towards let's show you how to hit 5K months. Let's show you how to hit 10K months. Before I was even in those programs, I had a marker for myself. So as I reinvented myself and I started in my business, I would say back in 2018-ish, I set a goal for myself to hit a 10K month. So I had this goal. And obviously some things happened. I went from being a personal trainer in person to online, and total dip to like zeros across the board for a while, to like bringing it up. And the 10K month has, I think, been a marker that is
a milestone. Yeah.
It's a milestone that I believe many people would want to hit. For me, it's about sustainability. Being an entrepreneur has been in the last 8 years new to me. So when you're an entrepreneur, again, feeling alone, which you don't when you're involved with coaching programs and fellow mentors, but hitting the 10K is not only its financial stability and a goal, and it's like there's a check, it's a milestone, but it's seeing that what you're doing is working. There's some affirmation in that. For myself, reinventing myself and going from zero income to, it felt like a snail crawling up. I was like, it was huge. It really hit me. And to hear a lot of the time, quit wasting your time. You could be doing so many other things. You could make more money doing other things. And being sort of in that zone of, I'm going to keep doing this and doing it because I believed in it. I believed in what I could offer people and what we can offer people as personal trainers. And then seeing that just felt like, wow. And it's years of wanting to reach that goal. But now when you say, what do I see in the future? It also opens up the laneway to see, okay, that's achievable. What's the next? And continue to improve on what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not to be alone. Like, you can't do it alone. You need people to get there.
So what piece of advice would you give aspiring trainers who are trying to balance everything? Motherhood, maybe a second job, what one piece of advice would you give them?
I would focus on quality. Again, it's not about spreading ourselves out so thin that we are not a good service to the people that have invested and they want to better their lives. So if your passion is to be a trainer or a coach and you need to do it on the sidelines, it's your side hustle at the moment. Take quality over quantity. Take really good care of one or two people. Learn how to be a trainer. It takes so much time. I'm still learning. I want to be better all the time.
Yeah.
So as you're starting, I would take on clients and work on your systems, and of course look for mentorships and people to guide you. I spent years with my head down trying to figure it out, and organically grew. But when you can connect with the right people and have another set of eyes on your business to help you, who have already created the wheel, makes things happen faster. But yeah, with juggling, I would work on, we can't do it all, but focus time management, which I still work on, and you're amazing at that guide.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like managing that. I can give 5 to 10 hours a week towards this, and what does that look like for how many people you could help?
Beautiful. Amazing. Dee, where can people find you if they have more questions or even want to find out more about your coaching program?
Deirdre _S fitness on Instagram.
Yep.
I can load that. My email is super long. My name is long. DeirdreSlattery1@gmail.com. And that's it.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Yes.
Well, guys, until next time, Dee, thank you so much for your insight, your time, your energy, all of the above, which you also pour into our TRM community and family. And like we said, who knows, maybe we'll see you on the leadership team in the next 3 years for sure.
Honored. Thank you, guys. Jamie. Thank you for your coaching.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your presence, guys. Make sure you like, rate, share, subscribe, all of the above, so that we can keep delivering value, like bringing clients like Dee on the show. And until next time, have the best rest of your day. We'll catch you next episode.